My name is Azieb Afwok. Originally, I am from Ethiopia. I was born in Eritrea until age 10. And then I moved to Addis because my sister had married and moved to Ethiopia, Addis Ababa. And 2 years later, I moved with her. I went back with her to Addis Ababa. My sister Azieb Afwok, who passed away 7 years ago, this now coming October 26th. That will be her 7 years anniversary memorial service that we're going to do for her, the family. We'll gather in Addis Ababa with extended family and friends and brothers and sisters, and her children will be there. To us, Azieb was an icon of the family. She was a brave woman, a woman of substance. She loved her children and her husband and her family and her friends and her children very much. She is a kind of, she went to school when she was 16 and graduated in 2 years. At that time was only 2-year nursing school. That was in Italian. She studied Italian nursing school. And she never stopped working until the day she actually got very sick. She was very hardworking person and believed in a family value. Her name is Azieb Afwok. Actually, my father and mother had 11 children. And the eldest one, whom died very early at the age of 17, because she went to school to finishing. They were going her school where she graduated they was going to send her to Italia to study, and she got tuberculosis, which at that time there was no cure for it, and she passed away. And then the eldest, she was the eldest from the girls, and now my sister, who just passed away, she took her place as an eldest woman. She was not only a sister, she was also a mother to all her family, brothers and sisters.
I do have her name. So, did she has children, or how many children did she?
She had 4 children, and 3 girls, 1 boy. Yeah, which her only son passed away, and soon after, 6 months later, after he died, she was diagnosed with lung cancer, and that's when she just got very sick, and she had to come to America for further studies on her lung. But we had her for 5 years, which was a blessing, because the doctor had given her only 3 months, and but she was able to, because she was surrounded with friends and loved ones, and children, and her brother and sister. And love is the greatest thing that anyone can give. Without love, we die, actually. But she had all the love, because she had given love. She had given love.
Her name again?
Azieb?
Oh, Azieb
Afwok.
Oh, so you are saying she had 4 children?
She had 4 children.
And 3 girls?
3 girls, 1 boy, yes.
Well, who died first? Her son?
Her son died first, yes. Yes. He died. He was a very young man, and he was her favorite. And he loved her very much. He always talked about how much he loves her. And And he went back home to be close to her. And he was not made for this world. He was a wonderful, wonderful person. He was one of a kind. He was very kind, very giving, very loving. All I know about him is laughter. He laughed. That's all he does is laugh and joke. Even when he graduated from Los Angeles University, he was mocking. Just laughing. His father and mother was dead, and his sister, but he was mocking. You can see him. To him, life was a passage. He was an amazing. He wasn't meant to be for this world. Yeah.
Well, if I may ask again, her son, who died first before your sister, what was his name again?
Getahun.
Or, how old was he when he died?
When he died, he was 38 years old.
So, since you're talking about 11 siblings, how many of your siblings are left now?
We have not many. Most of them are gone. So whoever is left now is my oldest brother, Barak, and another one is Fiqra Mariam, and Askale Mariam, and myself, Azieb Afwok, and my younger brother, Mukunnan Afwok. These are, I think, maybe we're 5 left now. Out of 11, we're 5 left.
That's amazing. There's a song that we used to sing in funerals. That said, in the sweet by and by we shall meet on the beautiful shore. So do you think that, spiritually, are we going to meet our loved ones who passed away?
Oh, I believe it totally. Because from the day she died until today, I always see her. When they were, the house that she lived in for over 40 years, because of the government, they was breaking the walls and they had to make ways for highway. At that time, she came to me in my dreams. And she said, I am suffering. Because she felt her children suffering. And she's telling me, I see her, and I think my dream is in Addis Ababa. And she's laying on the floor of her bedroom. And I say, Abaye, you can't be sleeping on the floor, you're going to get sick. Please get up and sit down in a chair. And she say, I am suffering. Leave me alone. I am suffering. I didn't know what it meant, but my cousin called from Addis Ababa, and because I was trying to buy a house in Addis Ababa, and we were talking, so I asked her, how's my niece doing? She was Dinesh and Salamai. She said, oh my God, their father isn't here. They're really running around trying to take their furniture out of the house. That's when I connected it with the dream. So she was telling me that the house that she lived in for 40 years was being dismantled. Yeah. And that's why our family, I know they're around us. They are around us, and I believe that.
Well, you are talking about her house she was living in. When she visited you in a dream, okay, are you saying the government were demolishing to develop the area?
Yes, for a highway.
For a highway.
Yes.
So it means that the highway passes by her house.
Right, yeah.
So, but now, since that was happening, she came to you in your dream.
In my dreams, yes.
And she wondering what's going on,
yes.
where I used to
exactly,
live.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
So did you get a chance to explain exactly what is happening? Like there's a development?
I talked to my sister about it, about the dream, and she's the dreamer, my sister. So we were able to interpret the dreams ourselves, because she was naked, laying on the floor. So in my culture, being naked is shocking. is something is really terrible thing is happening to you. So in the world that she is in, she can see that her children were also suffering. They were trying to save the house for her, develop it, because they grow up in that house. So, and she felt their suffering. So she came to me in her dreams, because she knows how I feel about her now. You know, there were a lot of mistakes done. She was disappointed about a lot of things about us. But the love still was there. She loved every one of us. And she was a very, what do you call it, a strong woman. She was not this woman you can push around. She's not that kind. She gets things done. And they say behind any successful man, there is a strong woman behind him. Yeah. And she was a very strong woman. And she, I mean, they came from zero and they had a lot. They made it. Both of them really made a great, from nothing, they came and were able to be successful in life.
I don't mean to be, you know, politically, but as you mentioned, I mean, that's the question that is coming right now. For is there any help that you see of the development of the road that even passes by those kind of houses that has been demolished? Is there any benefit of that road to the people who lost their houses?
Well, actually, you know, Addis Ababa was designed without any plan. So it was made randomly. There was no planned housing. They're now doing that. They're now just planning the houses, because it was built in the early, probably 1900, early on. So the government is really trying hard, because my sister's house is very close to the airport. So they need the space to actually make the road. You know, the people are cooperating, because the government is also compensating everybody. You know,
that's what I wanted to
that's
why
they didn't want to leave them in a limbo. They do give you the value. They might not give you the whole value of the house, but you know, you get a house or you get
value. They can't give you.
No, they can't exactly. Yeah. So they did. I think they got their money's worth.
Your culture, you say you are going for, is it a memorial service that is done 7 years after somebody passed away?
Yes.
Okay, so I never heard of.
Never before? Did you have some kind of memorial?
We do, yeah. Back home, what happened is every, you know, the first, the first 3 days, the 12 days, and then after that 40 days. Then after the 40 days, there is 1 year celebration.
Okay.
Let's call it memorial service in 1 year. So, I mean, people can put candle every year if they like, you know, because especially the loved one, like we do. Every year I candle for her, and I go to the church and what have you. But the 7th year is the last one that you do. So it's really magnitude, it's big. We make it bigger. And so that all the family get a loved one, good friend, her friends, and the family and her children, very close friends, come back and celebrate and speak about her memories. And we celebrate with big meal, we eat food. In the morning we go to church and they do church service for her. And then after the church they go to the house or whatever they're going to do, the memorial service. They gather and just talk about her and what she was like. And my sister was loved by almost by everyone. She had a lot of friends, and because she was in her nature, very kind person. The area that she lived in for 40 years, everybody in that area knows her, especially the little children. She'll go knock on every door. She'll give some clothes to her children without nobody seeing it, you know.
Huh?
She just give it to them, and then if they need bandage, if they need medicine, she give it to them. So it's and then if there is any poor family who doesn't have anything, she will stuff things in her car, and then she'll go and drop it. And this, especially her eldest daughter, has that memory, which her mother used to do. Before, when she picked up from the school, she will go after work. She will go drop things that people that need things, our family.
Oh, so she was a cheerful giver.
Very much so. Yes, yes, yes.
Oh, what duty was she doing? What kind of job did she have?
Well, at first she was working in a hospital as a nurse,
Okay.
and then she decided to be an entrepreneur, and she went to school, and she became a pharmaceutical representative. So she's been working as a as a saleswoman, like a pharmaceutical representative. And actually, one friend of her, when she died, she came and talked that especially young mothers, how much they need the breastfeeding, and as well as formulas. And she was staying on that the first 3 days. She was telling us that we didn't even know this, that she used to go around and lecture young mothers how to feed their children, how to clean them, how to take care of them. That the first years, first, second years, the first 2 years are important to have attachment with the mother. See, I mean, we don't even know that, but at that time, this woman was ahead of her time. She knew all this, and she used to do that. But, she's loved, especially in Asmara, where she was born, and in Addis, where after she left her country, that's where she was, in Addis Ababa. And she's loved everywhere.
Can I say something?
Okay, can I
No, I'm not asking no question. That's kind of like what they were saying at church that Sunday about my sister. And I heard things, I kind of knew about it, but for people to come and say it was me, that she helped me to get my kids,
yeah.
those kind of things.
Yeah.
That's real helpful.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Okay, if I may ask about the duty she was working, she worked as a nurse. Was the hospital a government hospital or a private hospital?
Yeah, at that time, I think, yeah, it was. It was actually a military hospital. They call it Kurzavenya Hospital. Yeah, the National Guard or National Guard.
So, okay,
Hospital.
her life, of which her life, in her lifetime as a nurse, and her lifetime as the job that she shifted to, or so you can say she benefited the government. So, I mean,
Yeah. She did work for I think for about 3-4 years, and then she you don't make money working for the government, and she was I remember when she had her the last boy. That's the one I know, Getty, the one who passed away. He was just a baby then, and that's when I just came to Addis Ababa, and she want to get up and go to work. And my understanding is, even though I was very young, she's supposed to be in bed, taking care of herself and her infant child. And she said, no, I have to go to work. I want to give my children the best life. If I can't give them the best life, why should I have kids? This is what she told me at age, I was at 11 years old then. This is what she told me then, mind you. And she was an amazing woman. Really
what was the
amazing.
age difference between you and her? I mean,
My sister?
yeah.
Well,
She was elder.
she's, we are the last three. Myself and my youngest sister and Mokonel, the youngest one. So okay, there's Akale, Bisrat, Tsahaynish, Alganish, Itbarak, Alganish, Yukun Amlak, Fikri. I am number 8.
And your sister that passed away, Bissara?
Yeah.
What
I'm number 8.
what number was she? 2,
She was actually number 3.
3? Okay.
Yeah, there was Akale, there was Heinisch, the ones who died from tuberculosis, and then she's number 3.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm number 8.